Good morning, everyone. It's been a long time since I've connected with you, and I thought it was time to tell you I'm still here, as you are, I'm assuming, everywhere, hopefully in your favorite spots. I am in my favorite spot right now. I'm in my greenhouse, and simply because the house inside is too loud, and I really felt like I needed to do one of those thinking out loud videos. Um, Obviously, these are pretty hard times, and it's been a rough 3 weeks. Within seconds, well, more like an hour, everything that I do was canceled or rescheduled, just like a lot of people in my situation who do classes, who do gigs, called giggers. When I go to schools, obviously the schools are closed. I had a lot of work lined up for April and May and June, and all of it has been put on hold. So these are very scary times for a lot of people, and it's not just one thing that makes it so scary. It's a lot of things. Financial, social, we're worried about our health or the health of those who are close to us. My family, my entire family, except for my son, is overseas. And I know the feeling, trust me. We FaceTime a lot, but it's not the same as having all of your little chickies in your nest and get a sense of protecting them. So I thought I would start doing some videos about my ponderings. Now, mind you, none of the things that I say are meant in any way to convince you of other opinions or of my opinions. I'm not doing Facebook Live because honestly, my heart just jumps right into my throat because the thought of going live, even though I'm a public speaker, freaks me out. So I'm recording them. So the thoughts of the day, and trust me, I spent a lot of time thinking, a lot. The thoughts of the day is something that I've noticed recently, and trust me, I do not go on Facebook often because I find myself coming off of it a lot less informed and a lot more upset than I was before I went on. I seek certain people, I want to see what's going on in their lives, but obviously on the Facebook feeds or any kind of social media, even YouTube, you come across a lot of stuff, weird stuff. And just like everyone else, of course, I have my own opinions. And this is kind of what got me to thinking about today's subject. This morning I did go check online, not just Facebook or Instagram, but I did just want to get some information about any new happenings. Right now I find myself in a position, do I or do I not qualify for unemployment as a self-employed person? Anyways, the one thing that stood out today is the name calling on Facebook. I will not say any particular names, neither of the callers, nor the callees, but I'm referring to a lot of our people in our government, all the way from the top down. And the names that so many people have been called publicly are quite disturbing to me. So first off, I have to admit, I would not want to be in any type of leadership position on any level whatsoever at this moment. I have a lot of respect for the people who have to make very, very tough decisions right now. This is just something that nobody saw coming. Nobody anticipated. Maybe it should have been anticipated. But the point of the matter is that name calling is not going to solve a thing. One thing that we as humans, I think, do is that we form an opinion with the information that we're given or that we find. half of which, if not more, is not correct. And then with the information that we do find, we form our opinions. And these opinions cause emotions. Good, bad, ugly, whatnot, in me and you and everyone. First off, we have to remember that the information that we have is partial. It's only a little bit of it. We always well, not always, but most of us tend to assume that our opinion is the right opinion. And that is not the case most of the time. Simply because we don't have all the information in order to form a correct opinion, or an opinion that's valid. We get bits and pieces of information. And to use that information and form an opinion and then bash other people online is not a reflection of the person that's being bashed. It's a reflection of the person who's bashing. So needless to say, I have had to eliminate a lot of people out of my life simply because I cannot condone in my life nastiness in that matter. I just don't want to have that in my life. It's difficult to have an opinion and question it, because it's kind of against the nature of an opinion. But one of the things, if you really pay close attention, has anyone ever changed anyone else's opinion by being nasty to them? It goes against human nature, because once you're being attacked, you want to defend yourself and your opinion, wrong or right, it doesn't matter. We honestly don't have the right to criticize or belittle anyone else's actions, opinions, ways of life, because we only know this much of everyone else's life. We have not walked in their shoes. I know this sounds like a cliche, but that's how it is. We don't know exactly why people do the things they do, say the things they do, act in certain ways. We don't know. So once you really start thinking deeply into that, I hope you see my point. Again, I'm not trying to convince anyone. We also see things from opposite perspectives. I'm going to show you a painting of mine that I've done several years ago. It's an illusion painting, which is one of my big passions. And I'm going to show it to you once, and then I'm going to show it to you again at the end of this little video. The other thing with this name calling, I see that there's so many people so very angry right now because they would do things differently, or they think things should be done in a different way to make everyone else's life a little bit easier. Again, we see one thing from different perspectives, and we always see it according to our own experiences in the past. So we honestly don't have a right to criticize other people for doing something wrong, because we don't know why they're doing them. We don't know the entire depth for them doing these things. So the anger part that worries me is not just in the people I see around me, but in myself, because I read comments, or I read posts, or I read articles, and they make me so angry. It has been proven that anger is very counterproductive to one's health. And being angry right now is not a good idea. So it can absolutely compromise people's immune systems. I can even, feel the adrenaline rising up, and then I want to lash out to other things or people, or pretty soon, if I get too deep into it, everything in my life seems bleak and bad and dark. So I have to stop myself. So the bottom line is, I think almost everyone is trying to do the best they can right now. We are not walking in their shoes, therefore we cannot know why they make the decisions that they do. I have to believe that everyone has the best for everyone in mind. I have to believe that, because otherwise there is nothing to believe in. Anger is one of those things. Name calling, anger, being nasty is one of those things, to the old cliche saying, if you, it's anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will get hurt. So think about your thoughts, stay in the moment, and be careful with forming opinions and getting hung up on something that has formed your opinion, because you don't have all the information. You can, however, work on yourself. You can make your own day better. You can find something to do that may surprise you. You know, I wonder, my daughter and I were wondering the other day how many amazing pieces of art, books, anything creative comes out of this time of solitude. I think we'll be in for a big surprise. I think we will all come out for the better in the end. I have to believe that in order to keep going and keep myself from falling into these holes of hopelessness and anger and despair. Go outside. It's supposed to rain, but it's supposed to also get really cold in the next few days. So enjoy the time, whether it's wet or not, doesn't matter. Have a good day. Make the best of it. I'll see you soon. Bye.